Well, hey strangers. I know, I'm the one that's not been talking to anybody for quite some time, but we got busy with vacation and back to school, and honestly there just wasn't a whole lot to report around the homestead for a little bit. It got hot and I got tired, and that's just how it goes. And that's also the really beautiful thing about hobby homesteading is when it gets super hot, it's not like we're relying on that to eat on through the winter. It'd be cool if we could, but we're not, so it's really okay. The last thing that I shared with you guys was us harvesting our carrots and potatoes, and that was pretty much the last thing that we had to harvest. Corn just did not do well this year. Our garden soil is not ideal for corn, not at all. We're gonna do some things differently next year. I'll share that a little bit later in this video. I'm gonna be sharing a garden tour, but right now I actually have an errand to go run. Nicholas and I are going to go together because we have something waiting for us at the post office. Let's go.
Until next week.
You ready? This is our channel. You have to show your face.
Oh, yes.
You excited?
Yes.
Can you hear them? Isn't that just the sweetest little sound? Let's see how Murray McMurray Hatchery did. I'm curious. There was some that maybe wasn't moving around a whole lot in the car, and Nicholas was slinging them around a whole lot, but I wasn't about to touch them either. Where am I putting this? Here? Boy. Let's not drop a box of baby chicks. Thought y'all cleaned up in here.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe a group of men cleaned it.
We got, look at all the stuff we just threw away. That's the, go.
So here's our brooder box. It should be plenty warm enough in here. Is it going to be too hot?
No.
I mean, it feels like a chicken house.
No, it's fine. No, when it drops temperature later today, we'll have to get that heat lamp on, but right now it should be okay.
Okay. As some of you might recall, this was our old compost bin. We just, and by we I mean Nicholas, added a front piece to it and then put shavings inside, and we have a heat lamp that he's working on because it has been getting down to, last night it got down to the 50s, and so he said a little bit later today we will likely need to come put the heat lamp on them. It should be, I think, good and ready to go into the coop by the time it gets really cold outside, right? Or into the chicken tractor.
Oh yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Yeah, it'll only be a few weeks right here.
Awesome.
Maybe even like 2, depending on how big they are. Fast they grow.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot in a small space, so surely they'll keep each other warm, right?
Well, that's not really how it works to my knowledge, but...
Right. What are we going to see, Annie?
Baby chicks.
Are you so excited?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, here we go.
It's a box of chickens.
And then
Are
once
they white
this
chickens?
pulls up.
Somebody's going to cost him more. I saw an eye.
You saw an eye?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll take
They're all
it.
sticking their little tongue. Something out the beaks or something out there.
Yeah. I scrubbed it down. It was nasty.
You should have took it in and boiled it.
I put hot water.
Got it.
Everybody ready? Annie?
To see him, Annie?
Annie, come look. Look, they all look to be alive. Look at that.
Oh, just the one.
To take one at a time and put their beak in water. So, like that.
I
just-
see it.
we wanna
Didn't I
make
see
sure-
another one of the dark ones down underneath.
There you go.
No, I don't know.
All
I
moving
just-
though, which is good.
We just want to make sure they know where to find water. Mm-hmm.
Turn it around. Then the worst is I'm going hunting me something to eat.
All right, your turn.
My camera.
No? Okay. Get in there.
So silly. Did you put that in there?
No, the chickens did.
The chickens put it in there.
What did they put in there?
My camera.
Oh.
All right.
Get in.
You're chirpy, ain't you? You're chirpy?
Yeah,
There's
they
one
are.
eating.
No. Yeah, come here.
There's some of them finding food.
No? Okay. Mommy won't hold it either, will she? You sure?
That little brown one's getting around now.
Her playpen?
Oh, is that what you told us?
Did you believe that?
This goof. What are you doing? Isn't that hard? Gracious. These guys have gotten so big. Turns out we have 2 roosters, so we will be looking to rehome one at some point. And our friends are getting their layers back from us as soon as we can coordinate a time when all of us are free to do so. They have 4. We will, once they get theirs back, we will have 3 hens plus a rooster and then an extra rooster. Gotta find a home for him. But very quickly, I wanted to show you the chicken tractor that Nicholas built for our meat birds. I thought he did such a good job. He used mostly spare lumber and materials that we had around our property. So he has the wheels that will go on the back at some point, but for now we were just concerned about getting the chickens in and then getting them set up under a heat lamp and making sure that they got big enough to actually go into this in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for more of that. Super excited to learn this process and hopefully feed our family with cleaner meat and make a little bit of money, maybe, hopefully. We'll see. The main thing is to have cleaner food and be more self-sustainable. Okay, so the newest additions that I did not film me sowing the seeds for are all these green beans. We actually helped out with a friend's homestead about a month ago. They have goats and cows and all kinds of things, and they had a decent sized garden. So while they were out of town, we actually helped to just tend to all of the things, which was great because I saw how successful their bush beans were. And my pole beans just did not do well this year. They did decent last year, but this year I got like nothing from them. So it inspired me to run to the store, grab a bulk bag of bush bean seeds and get them in the ground before it was too late. They actually seem to be doing quite well and are starting to produce some small beans. So we should be ready to harvest those in hopefully the next couple of weeks. And I'm hoping that they keep doing well. This morning was actually 52 degrees, which is insane for late August in Georgia, but we're not complaining. I do hope, however, that it doesn't affect the growth of my green bean plants. I ended up scrapping pretty much all of my corn. I don't know why I left this one in there. It needs to be pulled as well. They just didn't do well. I think I got about 5 cobs, and that was not enough for me to do the work of shucking and all the stuff, so I just let them go back to seed and we'll use them next year. And then these guys, I planted some mini pumpkins which have been flowering super well, but they have not quite gotten to a point where I can start helping them climb yet. However, I am excited. I think in the next month they should be ready, as long as they keep going like they're going. I don't know, I've never done pumpkins before, so this is new for me, but very thankful for raised beds. And then I left this one little garlic plant in here. There may be another one over there if you can see that, but I'm just letting it do its thing. It's probably about ready to harvest as well. I believe we harvested our garlic too early whenever we did carrots and potatoes, because garlic was like that big, and I ended up not doing much of anything with those either, so I'm hoping that these will produce much more. And then sunflowers are just a classic, but they disappoint me quite a lot once they die off, because they're not cut and come again. However, the ones that I've planted both last year and this year have given me several flowers on each stem, which does not make for great cut flowers because the stems on each individual one is not very long, but it makes my garden really pretty while they are in bloom. So they're starting to die off. I'll probably let them go to seeds as well, and then we'll have some seeds for next summer. Now, I can't recall, but I think this is alyssum. It's just now starting to bloom. There's some others here that have not yet opened up. I love that. They've just bloomed in like the last day or so. And then obviously my cosmos, these are not cosmos, obviously my zinnias are just at this point a playground for the butterflies. I have them kind of all over my garden. These are always my favorite to grow. They're so easy, so beautiful, and they are cut and come again, so they just keep giving and keep giving. I got so tired of cutting flowers. They were producing about enough for 2 to 3 full vases each week, which was excellent, but also really only enough for like our house and maybe some for my grandmother and a few for church. Next year I really want to do like the whole garden of flowers with a few crops here and there, in order to be able to bless more people and more regularly. I think I would just love to have an abundance, and obviously they produce super well here on our property. So I've had a couple people tell me this year, they're like, if you can't grow anything else, you can grow flowers. So I'm running with that. It's always been what I love most, and it's what I do best apparently. We have not done a wonderful job of managing our okra this year. I need to go ahead and clip some more of that, but these have been left to their lonesome far more than what I did last year, which means we haven't gotten quite as much off of them. But at the same time, we don't need as much as what we got last year. It just also grows well here on our property, and we're grateful for what we have. And then lastly, we've still got tomatoes doing their thing. As you can see, goodness, I have struggled with the tomato worms. Hold up. So anyways, I don't know where that tomato worm went. My chickens would have loved it, but maybe I'll find it as we're walking through here. So yeah, tomatoes are doing well enough. I mean, I have some that are just struggling, but for the most part, they've produced well. We've been picking them once they get about, I guess, about to this size, and then while they're still green, and then we just let them sit in a brown bag in the kitchen until they turn red. And I have several in the fridge right now that I need to find some things to do with. I've been very pleased by having these in grow bags this year, for the most part. Definitely went better than last year did doing it in the ground, but still just not quite as great of production as the first year that we did them. So I don't know. Again, could never have too many tomatoes, so maybe more next year. And then as you can see, we left our fencing up through here, but Nicholas has taken all the T-posts and chicken wire down around the border, around our raised beds, and also over behind these green bean plants. So it basically connects back here at what used to be the entrance. We still have this whole side up like this L shape, and we're just waiting until these things finish with their growing season, and then we'll take it down. And we plan to till, which I said we would never do again. However, we do plan to till and then cover our garden area to smother out all the grass. And next year I think we are just going to do like straight rows, your more standard garden layout versus more of like a kitchen garden, cottage garden, which has been lovely while we've been learning. But now we're just really excited to grow and get the most out of what we can with what we've got. I mean, we're already doing so much work in this much of a garden. Why not utilize every square inch that we possibly can? So that's kind of the mindset going into next season. Like I've said, the weather is already starting to change so much. It's so wonderful. And the exciting thing about homesteading is that it doesn't mean we stop. It actually, as you can see, like we just got chickens, right? But it's actually something that I have come to really love, because I've taken this last month or so as more of a rest and a reset. And now once these things finish up, we're going to wipe the slate clean and start prepping for next season. So it's like we're still working just as hard, simply in different ways and with cooler weather. So very excited about that. We're actually getting a new septic tank installed and a whole new septic system in the next couple weeks. So once that's done on the other side of our property, hopefully we can utilize that area some more as well. I don't know if that'll be for more of like homesteading type things and crops, or if it will be for like outdoor homemaking and fire pits and, you know, gathering areas, if you will. But for now, this is kind of what we have going, and I am very pleased with this season and how it's went. I hope that you have enjoyed this season. I know, like I said, I've not been super consistent with my posting, especially over the last month, but I have really loved having this channel as a place to house all of our homesteading dreams and aspirations and projects. And if you have joined me for it, I'm just so grateful. I'm so glad that you've come along, and I can't wait to keep sharing more. Hopefully, now that my girls are both about to be back in school, I will be able to share more consistently on both. I would love to share more of our heart behind homesteading and simple living, our heart behind the name of this channel, A Piece of Eden. There's just a lot of things that I've not had a ton of time, especially a ton of time with Nicholas, to sit down and think through and share with you guys. And I just hope that we can get to all that very soon. If you are new here, I hope that you will subscribe and turn on notifications so that you're sure not to miss a thing, because we have a lot of fun things coming. I'll keep you posted on how the chicks are growing. They should be big soon. So I hope you're having a great day wherever you're at, and I'll catch you next time. Bye guys.